We are following developments from Capitol Hill, where in just moments the House gets its shot to put the Obama administration's nuclear deal with Iran under the microscope. In the hot seat, the Secretaries of State, Energy, and Treasury will continue their push to sell the deal to a skeptical Congress. They'll appear before the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Joining me now from Capitol Hill, Senator Tom Udall, Democrat from New Mexico and a member of the Foreign Relations Committee. Senator, how are you?
Just great, Jose. How are you today?
Great, thanks. Listen, Secretaries Kerry, Moniz, and Lieu appeared before your committee last week. What do you think they need to say to convince lawmakers to back this deal?
Well, I think basically the testimony that they gave in the Senate Foreign Relations Committee was very strong. What they said was they didn't think there were any real alternatives, that this was much better than the status quo, which is right now Iran could bust out to make nuclear weapons within 2 months. What you replace that with is 10-year gap there and a 1-year breakout period. So it seems to be a very strong, solid agreement. I'm leaning yes at this point. I want to hear the rest of the witnesses this week, but this is a substantial agreement. They gave good testimony. Senator Kerry's a very good presenter, and so is Jacob Lieu and Secretary Moniz on the scientific area.
Yeah. What do you say to critics, Senator, who say this deal gives away too much to Iran? I mean, Senator Corker told Kerry the administration was bamboozled.
Yeah, I think that that went a little bit far. I think it was another senator that said bamboozled. I think it was fleeced is what Senator Corker used. But I think those terms are too strong. They don't belong in this debate. We need to look at the merits. There are obviously things, if I wrote it and did it in a different way or another negotiating team did, but we have what we have, and I think it's very strong. And Congress has a strong role to play in the future in terms of implementation, oversight, transparency, taking a hard look at this and making sure that Iran really obeys all the things that they've signed on to.
Senator, as you know, every action has a reaction. Concern at all that if this deal is accepted, that other countries, Saudi Arabia, for example, would decide that they also wanted similar conditions to start their own nuclear program?
Well, I think the important thing is this agreement will settle down the region, because then Iran's not going to be 2 months away from a bomb. It's going to be a significant distance away. All of these other countries are going to be looking at it, and you have a much different situation. And so that's what I think all the visits are going on with the Secretary of Defense and others in the region, is calming everybody down and saying this gives us a lot of breathing room to settle down the region and to move forward in a positive way. Now, it doesn't look like that right now, but that's the intention down the line over a longer period of time.
Senator, before I let you go, I know you've been working very hard on a bipartisan bill targeting toxic chemicals. Where does that stand?
Well, it's a very substantial bipartisan bill. We have 52 senators. We have 33 states that are represented. We feel very good about it. I was inspired by Senator Lautenberg and the young people in this country that are being exposed to chemicals right now, because we don't have an effective agency. The bottom line is the Environmental Protection Agency is broken when it comes to toxic chemicals, and we need to fix that, and we need to move forward in a really strong way, strong bipartisan way, and this is the bill that does the job. And so we're pushing to have it on the floor within the next couple of weeks, and if not, then when we get back in September.
Senator Tom Udall, thank you for being with me. Appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you. Real pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to be following developments from that hearing before the House Foreign